ordering paperback books. Kara. Each book costs $15, $5 to ship. What equation did you come up with?
Y equals 5x plus 15.
15x.
It's 15x.
Why?
I need Maggie. Go Maggie. Go Maggie. I need a stone.
Why is it 15?
Because it's $15 per book. So if they buy multiple books, that's the repeating fee. Okay. Carmen, do you have this paper copy?
No, I didn't do it on paper copy.
Okay, but you have it? Okay. Everybody should have the study guide somewhere in their vicinity so that you can be following along, checking your work, and or filling it out. So because this is our repeating fee, and this is our one-time fee, that's how we made the equation, right? Our slope repeats, our y-intercept is the one-time. So my slope is 15 over 1, or just the number 15. My y-intercept is 0, 5. All right, this next question, interpret the slope and y-intercept. So what does it mean? Do not tell me 15 and 0, 5. We already answered that. What does the 15 mean? What does the 0, 5 mean? Maggie.
I said the slope is the amount per book.
Yep.
And the y-intercept is the shipping cost.
Yep. The cost per book, and that repeats depending on how many books you purchase. And this is the shipping fee. And that's a one-time deal. Sometimes if you buy enough online, they waive your shipping fee because they're so excited you purchased so many things from their store.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But then you realize like you're spending more to buy something you probably don't need, and you're like, well, they got me.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Maggie?
What?
Oh, I'm just laughing.
Okay.
She's just laughing. She's having a grand old time over there.
All right. Now we're going to go up to question 4, and we're going to graph this scenario. So I'm going to rewrite the equation up here. 15x plus 5. I'm going to fill in my x and y increments. And then I'm going to plot my y-intercept, which is at 0, 5. I pay that one-time shipping fee. And then remember, the increments are going up by 5s. So I'm only going to go up 3 lines because $5, $10, $15 over one book. 5, 10, 15 over one book. 5, 10, 15 over one book. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to move on to Snowshoe Ski Lodge. Charges $2 per hour to rent ski equipment, $7 for general admission. What equation can I write for Snowshoe? 2x plus 7, because 2 is the repeating fee. 7 is my one-time fee. And then for Timberline Ski Lodge, we have to fill in our increments here so we can determine the slope. So we have our x and y axis. What's the slope of this line? Pay really close attention to the increments. Maggie?
Is it 3x plus 6?
It is 3x. So 3 is my slope times the x value plus the $6 one-time fee. That's what that 6 stands for. Notice that we're going up $3 every hour, so that's why it's 3x, not just 1 over 1. This actually counts for $3 every hour. So now we're going to compare these two ski lodges. I'm going to rewrite the equations up here, just so I don't have to keep flipping my page. Which lodge has the lowest hourly rate to rent equipment? Why? You're correct. Yeah, Snowshoe, because $2 an hour is less than $3 an hour. Right, so we look at those slope values, the 2 and the 3. Those are the hourly rates, and we know that 2 is less than 3. Which lodge has the lowest admission fee? Addison?
Oh, I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Why does the dollar sign come before the number?
It just does.
Because it says $3
I know, but
instead of $3.
I understand, but universal math notation, the dollar sign comes before. I didn't make that choice, it just is what it is. Okay, so somebody tell me which lodge has the lowest admission fee? Ben? Why? Great. $6 admission is less than $7 admission. So these were our slopes, and these were our y-intercepts. The repeating fees and the one-time fees. All right, now we have a guy named Kent that wants to go for 5 hours. Where should he ski?
Snowshoe.
How can we use, I think you're right, but how did you know that so quickly?
Because I did the math and I put the 5.
Yeah, explain that.
Okay, so Timberline, you would do, their equation is 3x plus 6. You do 3 times 5, which is 15, plus 6, which is 21.
Okay.
And then Snowshoe, it's 2x plus 7. So you would do 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 7, which is 17.
Perfect. You put the 5 in for the hours. That's our x value in this situation that he wants to ski. Snowshoe is going to be cheaper. Any questions about this comparing of the equations? Feel pretty good about it? Pretty confident? Your quiz is on Thursday. This is the study guide, so you know it's going to be really similar to this. Okay, let's talk about Mike and Sally picking vegetables from a garden. They decide to race. We know the equation that represents Mike's vegetable picking pace, and this table tells us Sally's vegetable picking pace. What does the 70 represent? Or the number of vegetables?
Pick per hour.
No, this is the one time. So it doesn't exactly tell us, but what does it mean? Yeah, how many they both started with when they decided to race. Okay, so then this 100, you okay? Yeah. Because you were just having a conversation, and I'm a teacher, so I get to ask you if you're okay.
Someone's like, Christy races rubber bands on her paper, and it was just like really random because it randomly appeared there, and it was like really nasty.
And I asked her if it was her, so.
Okay. Because I'm the teacher, and I get to ask if you're okay.
Well, now I am.
Great.
Great.
So we know that they started out with a certain number of vegetables before they started racing to pick them. This is our repeating number. That tells us how many vegetables Mike picked per hour, and we have to figure out how many Sally picked per hour. We need to create an equation for Sally. Somebody give me the equation you created for Sally. Carmen? 105x plus 65, right? Don't forget that x. Because this is 105 vegetables per hour, right? So now we can compare their pace and what they started with. Does everybody understand how Carmen got the 105?
No.
Okay, Carmen, can you explain it?
For the number of vegetables, I just subtracted 380 and 275, and then I just subtracted down from there, and it was all.
She found that it was 105 extra vegetables per hour. 65 plus 105, 170 plus 105, 275 plus 105. That gives us 105 per hour. Thumbs up, Carmen. All right, who picks vegetables at the slowest rate? Mike, how do we know that?
Because 70. Wait, no,
100 is less.
100. 100 is less than 100 is off.
Yep.
Good job.
That's per hour. Again, that's our slope values. So whose line would be steeper if I graphed this? Sally's, because this is a bigger slope, so it would be steeper. They're both going to be very steep, but this one would be steeper. Who will have more vegetables after 4 hours?
Sally.
How do you know?
Because she picks faster.
Okay, but she started out with less. So how can I prove it mathematically? Yep, I have to put 4 in for x for both equations. So Mike's going to have 470 vegetables. Sally will have 485 vegetables. I hope that they're like maybe pea pods or something, not like potatoes. Because that'd be a lot of vegetables to carry around. Maybe they have one of those like barrels, those wheelbarrows. Maybe. No? I got a pumpkin patch. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sure, Mrs. Marsh. All right, Bob is also picking vegetables. Compared to Mike and Sally, Bob is picking the least number of vegetables each hour, but started with the highest amount of vegetables.
That means they died.
So, what does this number have to be less than? Less than what?
100, yeah.
Less than 100, because that's the smallest amount per hour. What does this number have to be greater than?
More than 7.
How did you know that?
Because it says. He'll have the highest amount picked, so.
Yep. Excellent. So somebody tell me, what could your equation be? Remember, this is one on the quiz where we could all have different answers, and that's fine as long as they meet these requirements. Maggie?
98x plus 85.
Great. Hannah? Super. Anybody else want to share one? Noah?
Y equals 99.99x plus 70.01.
Sure. In the last class, I had a 99 and a 71, so we'll go with that. It's fine. It works. It meets the requirements. Okay, and then, like I showed you guys about 10 minutes ago, you weren't supposed to do 11, 12, or 13, so we're going to stop right there.